Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a bonus video. So that means I'm not going to show you any decorating or any organization tips or tricks or anything, but I am going to show you the yard. I'm going to take you around on my ratty old golf cart that I have charging right now. We bought this house in 2013 and it sits on 5 acres. So when I saw it, I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be my favorite place in the world. And it actually is. If I never had to leave home, I wouldn't. But so every week I hand mow, use the tractor, cut down branches, twigs, plant things, water the garden, pull weeds, all that kind of thing. And I just want to take you around for a quick yard tour. And I know it's a little different than what my channel normally shows, but because it's surrounding home life, I thought it would be a perfect point of reference to show you when I refer back to my house or the yard, what I'm actually talking about. So let's get started real quick. I'm going to start out by the pasture. It's 5 acres and the pasture is actually two acres. And the rest of the yard is 3. So I'm going to zip around and I'm going to try to insert pictures of what the things I'm going to show you look like before. And then I'll drive you around on the golf cart and show you what we made them into. We did a lot of little projects around here. So let's get started and I hope you'll enjoy the tour. Okay, so I got the golf cart and I'm sitting out at the very corner of our property. This is like the southeast corner. And this is the horse pasture from the previous people that they fenced all in. And we added that pavilion over there. And that's our pole barn behind it. So let's just move along here. So this is actually 2 out of the 5 acres. Hopefully the wind dies down a little bit so you can hear me. But like every week I mow all this and weed whack all the fence posts. I think there's about 120 fence posts. And then we planted all these willow trees here. So we've got, I think, about 30 willow trees. And we had, in 2017 and 2018, an absolutely amazing pumpkin patch here. Our little town doesn't have anything, so we decided to tear all this up and put in a pumpkin patch. And then a very devastating thing happened to us. We have a neighbor shut us down. He managed to shut us down for absolutely no reason. I'm still mad about it. 5 years later, there's absolutely no point in shutting us down. I'm kind of very resentful of somebody that would do that to us. And needless to say, I try to tell this story to anybody that wants to listen because nobody should treat somebody like that. But he's an awful human being, and that's really not my problem. I guess that's his. But anyway, long story short, we got shut down. So now I just continue to mow it, all this. So let's drive down here and get to the driveway. Like I said, we put in all these trees. The pavilion was part of the pumpkin patch. And it was awesome, but pretty sad story. But don't mind my golf cart. She's an old one, but a good one. So there's our barn, the front of the barn. And I'll just show you where I'm going here. Drive on the grass, and then I'm gonna get up here to the mailbox and the entrance into the driveway. This is all surrounded by cornfields. Stop right here real quick. This is my cute little mailbox that Joe and the kids put in for me. Little flowers. We added these wagon wheels to the entrance gate. And those gates and wagon wheels are awesome. They need to be touched up every year. There's some paint, so that's on my to-do list. We added all these timbers around these 2 little islands here and over on that side. Cut all the timbers, put those in as like an edging. And then I'm going to show you a picture of what this garden looked like before when we bought it from the people we bought the house from. And Joe built all this. The fencing, let's go up here a little bit, and this pavilion, put in the windmill. Let me get out here and show you. Oh, my little pillows fell over. It's always so windy around here. I just preened everything, which means I weeded everything. I put in a couple raised beds and this little island here. And then I put peppers and jalapenos, all different tomatoes, I have some plants getting ready to be planted there. And then when he built this pavilion, he put 6 plant hooks on it. So I have some planters. And then this is super awesome. Let me show you this really quick. So in order to get water out here, it's pretty far away from any of the spigots. Joe put in this well. So you just hit this little handle here and the entire thing sprays out. Woo! Got water on the camera. Sprays out with all these water spigots all the way around, which is awesome because then I just have to press a little handle here and everything gets watered. So back over here, go through by the garden. Now we lived originally in Illinois, and we were in a subdivision that had like perfect grass, you know, where we had a service come out and there was no weeds. The grass was like sod. And out here in Indiana, it's like, this is not like sod, but it's beautiful. But I had to get used to, it took me like a year to get used to, you know, that there's some weeds and dandelions. And now I just love the dandelions and the weeds. I don't even mind. You know, it's country. What are you going to do? So originally this was all just flat grass area. So we cut out all this. I'm going to show a picture of what it looked like before. And then we planted these 5 evergreen trees. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 6 evergreen trees. And then edged them all with cobblestone. Actually, my friend gave me all these cobblestones. So I hand-picked all of them. He delivered them for me, and then I just put them as an edging. But these were little baby evergreens, maybe a foot tall. So they've grown nicely in the last couple years. So let's go over here. This area I just showed, actually I'm going to swing around, is an area that we put a flagpole. And like I said, there's a lot of little things that are left to do here. I've been working on the winter cleanup since February. We had a nice weekend, and so I started power washing sidewalks and things, but we put this big flagpole in and put these plants behind it. So we always have a nice flag blowing in the breeze. And then over here, this, I'm going to show a picture. This is absolutely crazy. We found this horrible hay wagon. It had flat tires. The wood on it was terrible. It was rusted, but we basically just needed the frame. And Joe took that and we sandblasted it and found steel wheels for it. And this was a fire pit area before we moved here from the other people. And so we put this here. Absolutely love it. I decorate it for every occasion. It just turned out amazing. The back part folds down and it's got a little like seat, and it's got a seat there at the top. And then I just put wagon wheels and milk cans and edging, got a whiskey barrel over there. So I just love it. It's got a light here and it just shines on it every night, goes on a timer, but I love it. I love that when you pull in the driveway, you can go kind of circle around and then you can go up to the house. So that being said, we're gonna circle back around. So now I'm going back down the driveway and then I'm gonna go around to the pond. Now the pond was completely flat grass again in this area I'm gonna show you. And Joe came home one day and said, hey, when you get home from work, there's a surprise for you in the laundry room. I'm thinking, what did he buy me? He got 6 ducks. And they lived inside our house for about 45 days because they have to be old enough to go outside into the water. So we brought them out on Easter Sunday, almost 9 years ago. There's our barn. We have a really cute duck room inside that barn. That's where the horses previously were from the other owners in the stable. So we took literally, let me go around this way, literally took a part of a grassy area, made it into an entire pond. Let me get out and show you. A little bit loud because of the fountain. These are ducks. Now that swing back there, you can see it, I garbage picked. It had a pitched roof on it with a torn up canvas top on it, and we took the top off and put a tin roof on it. I cleaned up all the upholstery on it and spray painted it and set it back there by the pond. Little duck. Hi guys. I'm sitting over there. But I love the pond. And it backs up to some woods here. So let's keep going. All right, so leaving the pond area, and then we're going up the main part of the driveway. Everybody has gravel driveways around here. And this part of the woods had like a little open area, so we put in a trellis and some trails. Behind that trail up there, there's a trail that goes down to the left and goes right to the pond. So I'm gonna walk down by the pond. So this is more of a walking trail. Ducks and pond. So you just kind of go down here and you can hear the fountain. I'll just show you a different angle of the pond. So when I trim and mow, I've got to hand mow all this because the tractor doesn't fit through, and kind of cut, you know, branches away. So you kind of go under here. There's this walkway here. And there you go. It's a little bit different angle here of the swing. But the ducks love it. Back through here. And then you can come back out to the driveway, and then that goes back up to the house. So it's just kind of a loop around here by the pond. So as you go up the driveway, this is one of my favorite things. This is kind of new. I think it's 2019. That is my she shed. Yes, my she shed. Isn't she cute? And I had to have the little porch on it because if you've watched any of my videos, I love porches. And a dear neighbor of ours gave us this arbor, and it was black. I painted it red to match our wagon wheels and gates and all that. And then we just kind of landscaped around. It's got a, let me stop here and show you. It's got a side door, double door on it with a ramp so you can get the lawnmower out and the golf cart out. I've just got all my yard stuff. So then we'll go over here. Found this windmill too. I love windmills. And then here's the start of the house. And if you notice, the she shed matches the house. So you go there, and then there's the rest of the house. So I'll kind of go from both angles. That angle and the other angle. So we'll go over here through the grass. And we're kind of up on a hill. The house is up on a hill, so when you look out, this is what you look out on. You kind of go, and then the garden's back down there. Pond over there to the right in the barn. And this little sidewalk here, not this concrete sidewalk, but the wooden sidewalk, Joe took part of the front porch railing down and made it a second entrance to the porch. So I thought that was cool. Got a couple more wagon wheels and barrels. There's our mudroom door. And then we put in all these landscape lights. So it's real pretty at night. Everything is lit up. And like I said, you can hear the birds, and there's tons of squirrels, and there's wild turkeys around here. There's actually turkey vultures, which look really scary, but they're not too bad. And they don't bother my ducks, thank God. So here's the front porch that I always talk about on my videos that I decorate for every holiday, every season. It's not done for spring yet, but that is on my list. Got some hedges. Got one of the bathrooms and the laundry room behind there. Those two windows. And then some keystone, some plants, some trees. And then I'm gonna go down this hill here, and then we'll turn back around. So there's some things to do, but overall, I absolutely love being in the yard and doing all this yard work. Got some bird feeders. So let's go through here, go down this little hill. Our grandson absolutely loves going down that hill on this golf cart. But it's so old, it doesn't stay charged very long. So if I ever win the lottery, I'm gonna put a big, gigantic pond out in my pasture and finish my pavilion and maybe buy a new golf cart. But I don't see that happening, so I gotta keep working. So here's one of the trails. The property line goes down probably about another half an acre past this trail. So I mow these trails and kind of trim them up. So we'll just kind of go through. Walking these is just very peaceful and fun. There's some little turnarounds here. I know this is very bumpy, but I want to make you feel like you're actually here. So I have these little signs all over. This one says house with an arrow. The other one says pond and ducks. The other one says trails. And then speaking of the house, here is the back end of the house. This is, the porch was actually here, but we screened it in. So that's awesome, where I can let my Jasper cat out and he doesn't run away and he can sit out on the back porch. And if I go to the left through this trail, my little squirrel feeder. Love animals. So walkout basement steps. And then I'm just gonna swing around if I can. It's kind of an incline, and then show you the house from this angle. So there's the house, and then the mudroom garage, and then the she shed. I love that little thing. Okay, so then we're gonna go through here, and we're still in the front yard. Pretty lilac bushes. Love it, love it, love it here. Got a big old propane tank, because everybody has propane to heat their houses out here, or wood burning fireplaces, or both. So there's some more trails behind there. And then our neighbors, who are awesome. We do actually have awesome neighbors, not like that other one. They have 2 horses, and they're normally up here by the fence. So when I come out in the morning and let my ducks out, they're usually sitting there, but they must be down in their barn. But anyway, so this is the side of the house, and then this goes into the backyard with my fire pit that I need to burn. Here's the side of the house in the back. And then there's some bushes I need to trim. So I get it. We're all so busy, I know it takes time to get things done. So there's a kind of a view from the back of the screened-in porch. So that was just all open when we bought the house, and then screened it all in. It's half carpeted, indoor-outdoor carpeting, and then the like, I don't know what it's called, the flooring that you can put outside. And we have our grill back there, and then some furniture, and that's the back porch that I always decorate. So I just love it. Joe built me that little wagon too. You can hear all the birds. So kind of give you a perspective. The property goes back, like I said, about another half acre past this trail. And you can either go left or right. Let's go right. So we go down these trails. And I'll just show you one more time. Doing pretty good filming and driving at the same time. But I just had to share this with you because it's just pretty. I love it. I have a few more things left to do today, but I wanted to get a kind of a bonus video out just to show you what I'm talking about when I'm talking about my yard. Thought I'd plant my garden today before the crazy busy weekend we have coming up. So there you go. You've got the driveway entrance, the barn, the pond, the trails, the she shed, and the house. So I hope you enjoyed this tour. I'll probably be out in the yard in many more videos to come, but at least now you have a point of reference and can know what I'm talking about. Thanks for stopping by. Until next time. Bye.